Hey, Psych299 students, just wanted to give you a quick overview of the course and Canvas. So first, let me just highlight some things from the syllabus here. Hopefully you have already taken a look at this and sort of read this. It's $299, so we're going to do a research project. Because of COVID, we will be collecting data online. It may be a community sample. We can collect data from Amazon Mechanical Turk workers, or it may be some TC&J students working online through Piper. Either way, we're going to collect some data and we'll analyze that data together and we'll prepare a research manuscript. That's basically the overview of the course, and I'll be here to sort of walk you through each of these steps as we go. We'll talk more about the research study and such in class. So a couple of things. I've organized Canvas. I'll show you in a minute. Modules by week. So we have some due dates, but the due dates are set because we're virtually online for a lot of this course, and some of you may be remote. 11:59 on the Sunday, ending the week, is when things will be due. All of these dates are in Canvas, and I'm going to try to be helpful in terms of the late requirement and all that, but these assignments do build off of one another, so we want to hit our deadlines as much as possible. There is a Piper requirement for this class. Right now it's set at 7. We'll have to update as the semester goes along, but you'll have to look for some Piper studies. There's going to be opportunities to do a lot of online studies, so even if you're remote, you should be able to get enough Piper credits to satisfy that requirement. So here are all your assignments. Essentially, the first assignment is you have to complete an online training module, submit your certificate in order to be able to collect and work with human subjects data. Then I'm going to have you sort of just build an APA style paper with the formatting and start your annotated bibliography with 2 entries that you'll be reading. In an annotated bibliography, I have some resources I'll show you in Canvas, but essentially a short summary of the article, which will serve as some of your notes. And so you'll start building that. Then we'll start building a paper. We'll start with an outline. We'll talk about it in class. And by the way, when I say in class, if you are remote, you'll be able to zoom in and attend the classes. If you can't attend the classes, the Zoom sessions will be recorded, or if you need to, we can set up our individual video chat to catch you up as needed. But we'll work on the method in class. Then you'll do an outline, you'll submit it. Then we have a data analysis project. This just gets you ready to analyze your data when it comes in. We'll do a results outline in class, and then you're going to prepare your first draft. Will be just the methods and results. I'll talk more about this in class. That's why I have you write the paper this way. You'll then start to outline your introduction. You'll do a more formal introduction outline, and this is where you'll submit your second annotated bibliography. So at this point, you should have pretty comprehensive reading list. It doesn't need to be a ton of articles for this class or this project, but somewhere, I'll give you more guidelines as the semester goes on, but somewhere 10 to 12, 13 articles, something like that. You'll then do a discussion outline. You'll have an intro, method, and results, and you'll notice you'll be revising sections and adding a new section. So like you'll revise the methods and results, add your intro. Then you'll add the discussion and revise all 3 of these sections. Then you'll submit your final paper. That is your final exam. You'll also do a virtual presentation, research presentation for this class. So those are the key assignments there. These are some details here. There's many more details in Canvas. I'll give you instructions for each project and I'll walk you through and provide the support. If you want a weekly breakdown, you can look down here and what everything's that is due, but more importantly, you can find all of this in Canvas. So let me show you. Well, first of all, if you need to find any files, you can look here. Your syllabus is here. I'll put project information there. There's some readings here. And we may use this or develop this as the semester goes on. But everything's organized in modules. So if you click modules, you'll see what you need. So this would be the introductory week. So this is our first week. I want you to look at the syllabus. Hopefully you've already done that. You'll watch the video. And by the way, this is under development, so some of these items may change or look a little different today than they do in this video. Take a look at the Purdue OWL annotated bibliography because you'll be preparing one of those. You can take a look at this article. It's kind of interesting. And then read this, and it's very short. It's only like a page or two. And then take a look at this writing a psychology paper. That's what we'll be discussing because that's what we're doing all semester. So this just gives you, it's a very easy to read introduction to like what does that mean. And then in the first week, you have some readings, in particularly the Unkelbach and the Olds and Westerman papers. We're going to be reading those and discussing those. Before you read and discuss them, take a look at these guides that teach you how to break down a research study. Think about it critically because we want to think about these pieces of research critically as we move forward in the class. Then again, in this week, you're going to prepare your APA style paper show with just formatting and your annotated bibliography. You're going to start your reference section. It'll be annotated, so it'll have some annotations in there. And that's the assignment that you would submit for this week. You'll notice there's no other week. Week 2, week 3 don't exist because you'll be working on these things. And some of these steps are going to take you a lot of time, so you're going to need to work on them. But these are the assignments that will be due throughout the rest of the term. And again, I'm going to fill this in with some resources. So like for your data analysis project, I'm going to add a guide for using R, and I'll add the data file itself, etc. So you can see some of those things appearing here in these modules. So this is where you want to go. Go to the modules. I'm going to have everything sort of linked here and figure out what you need to do. All of the due dates are here in Canvas. As you can see, they're highlighted here, and you can see this sort of the dates here, which would be those Sundays. And once you get organized, or once you get used to this sort of module organization, it's really pretty terrific. All you got to do is come through here and make sure you've done everything for that particular week. Now, I mentioned Zoom, so I'm going to schedule Zoom meetings for our regular class meetings here. You'll see them there. That's how you'll join, by joining sort of those meetings that will be populated in here. I will record them, particularly if if people are not here, if we have remote students or people who are not in class, I'll record them, and you'll just go to cloud recordings to find the recorded meeting, and you can sort of watch that in there. So that's a good Zoom resource. That's where you'll find things. Obviously, these other sorts of things you're pretty much used to. I don't think I have to explain that, but that gives you a quick overview of this course and where to find things in Canvas.